Everyone, welcome to our pre-calculus pre-recording video. This is about final exam practice paper discussion for level 300. So if you want to practice it without looking at the solutions or hints, you can pause the recording and you can start from the practice paper. So this will be the practice paper. We will share it and then we will share the solution paper also with it, so that we can practice it. You all can practice it and you have some answers you can compare and this and that. Okay, so this is the plan. Final exam date is fixed. The date is May 8th and day is Sunday. Sunday it falls, and on that day there will be no other exams or no other classes, so hopefully we can you all can take it without any problem. Time we will let you know later. Sometimes time we will let you know. Okay, time and classroom, in which classroom the exam will held, this and that, this detailing we will let you know. So the first item here is matching the graph with its functions. So when the functions are given, then we can try to find out their the graphs are given, then we can find out the function. If the function is given, we can actually find out their graphs also. And these are related to the sinusoidal graph. That means sine and cos graph only. So no worries about the other things. Okay. And to find out, so the rule is we will have to find out the amplitude, and amplitude equals to what? Then we will have to find out, is it sine graph or cos graph, sine or cos, what type of graph it is it positive sign or negative sign, what type of graph this is. Then we'll have to find out omega equals to what if t equals to given. Okay, this is our purpose. And the formula for finding the omega is t equals to 2 pi divided by omega. This is the formula for finding the omega. Okay. And amplitude will come from here. Amplitude will come from here. This is the amplitude. From the neutral position, from the equilibrium position, how much is the height of the wave. This is called the amplitude. So 1, 2, 3. In this case, 3 box. That means amplitude is 3. And is it a sine graph or cos graph? You know, sine graph always start at the center. Always start at the center. Then this must be the sine graph, since it is started at the center and it goes down to the center, so it must be negative and sine. Okay, amplitude is 3 and period is how much? So you see, this is given 2 pi. So 2 pi from here, you see, one complete wave length. This is called the period. So that means t equals to given 4 pi. T equals to given 4 pi. We'll have to find out omega equals to what? So omega equals to what? Omega equals to 2 pi divided by 4 pi. That means 1 by 2. This is the value of omega. Our formula is y equal to a sine omega t. Our formula is y equal to a sine omega t. So what is the value of a? A equals to 3. Then this is a formula, this is sine wave. That's why it can be cos wave also. For example, this one cos wave. This one is also cos wave. Negative cos, these two actually. This is a negative sign, so put a negative here. Then omega value is half. Okay, half. Then we can put an x instead of t here, because we express our function most of the time in terms of x. Okay, omega x also is possible to write it here. To solve all this math, you will need some very strong understanding about what is a sine graph, what is the shape of the sine, cosine, and that positive. So sine graph is this one, kind of this and this. It will go to the center, it will go up, sine graph. And negative sine graph will, what it will do is, it will go to the center, but it will do it in the opposite way. This is negative sine graph. And cos graph is, it will start here. Okay, it will start here, so it will be like this and this. and the shape is almost the same. Okay, same shape is not almost actually. If you move it 90 degree, then actually the shape is identical. Sine graph and cos graph shape is identical. You know. But if you know this, this is minus cos, this is plus cos. Of course, you can write here ax or some theta. Yeah. This is minus sine, this is plus sine. Then by looking at the graph, automatically you will know. Oh, this is, see, this one is negative cos. This is positive sine. This is positive negative sine. This is negative cos. Because see, this is start here, so that's a negative cos. So if you have this in your mind, then actually it will be easy for you to deal with this kind of maths, and this is easier. And this is easier. Okay, and alternatively, if a function is given, suppose here is graph is given. Alternatively, if the function is given, actually we can very quickly we can find it. Suppose some function is given y equals to let's say 2 cos 3, let's say 3 by 2x, this and that. So oh my god, 3 by 2 is a little bit crazy number anyway. So in terms of drawing, so you know that this is the amplitude a equals to 2. You know that this is cos graph, so the graph will be like here, kind of this and this. And cos graph will start from here, and it is positive, so this must be 2 because this is the amplitude. And this is the omega value, so t equals to 2 pi divided by omega. 2 pi divided by omega means 3 by 2, so this is 4 pi by 3. So this must be the 4 pi, so this here to here, this must be 4 pi. One wave. This wave is super this and this, so this must be 4 pi by 3. Okay, we can go back and forth. All right, and we have, these are the basic discussion about this maths, and we actually have what is happening. Okay, I think I have to do it manually. Yay. So we actually have our solution paper also here. And this paper also will share with you, so no worries. So this is how we match and we find out the amplitude and period. So the concept is pretty much what we said. Okay. Which one and which one is matching? This is how we match. This is kind of somewhat finding the value for a is given. So let's say is given, theta is given, a value is given, theta value is given. Then how do we, theta value is given, a value is given, how do we find out the time taken? If time taken is given, and then actually and some other value is given, we can do it reverse way also. As you know, solving the equation. So this is how we solve it. If 30 degrees, then we put 30, and a value is 10. Then we do the calculation. 1.20 second comes. And for 45 degree, 1.12, and for 60 degree, 1.20 again comes. 1.20, 1.20 is same. The reason is when it is inclination is little higher, then actually is, even though the length is bigger, but still since the inclination is higher, then that's why the things falls faster. That's why the time taken is still the same. Okay, time taken is still the same. What I mean by this is, for example, if this is 30 degree, to make it 60 degree, this length will be larger. This length will be larger. So normally, if you think about it is as a normal concept, you may think that oh, the length is larger, so it must take little extra time to fall up until here. But actually, since it is more, the steepness is higher, or it is more inclined, that's why it is more uphill. This way also you can say. Then the box will fall faster. So length is higher, ball is also falling faster. They cancel out each other. That's why the taken time remains still the same. In this case, of course, true for all the cases that they will be exactly same. Maybe this is something else, little bit different in many in other cases when a value, g value, they varies, everything varies, or angle slightly varies this way and that way. Okay, so when the angle, in this case, everything cancels out each other. That's why the value is so perfectly matched. 1.20, 1.20. Theta and a both is the variable here. Okay, so and yeah, so this is how they cancel out each other. This is important to understand that specific part, why they are different, or why they are same. When they are different, why they are different. Okay, suppose from 30 degree to 45 degree, the time is taken time is 1.12. This is 1.20. This time is little less, but again the time is higher. Why time comes down? Why time comes up? Okay, this thing actually goes to this a value is fixed, so the a value is not changing, but the things will fall this way. The things will fall this way. So the length is increasing little bit, not too much. The length is increasing little bit, but the angle is increasing little higher. So basically, the time is actually coming little lower, little lower. The effect of angle is little extra here. In other words, we can say it this way. But here, the length and angle both actually starts putting effect on the math, and then it becomes like this. Actually, let's say if it is just for fun, let's say if it is 60 degree, then what happens to the time? Okay, just for fun, let's try to do. So 2 into 10 divided by 32 sine 60, sine not 60, sine 80 degree, I thought 80, and cos 80, then square root of this. Okay, so sine 80 cos 80 into 32, 20 divided by answer, square root of this comes 1.91, 1.91, 911, etc., etc., 1.911. So the time is actually, this is 1.2, 1.12. This time is little higher. The time is higher actually. This angle becomes 80 degree. 80 degree means somewhere here. This is 90, so 80 must be somewhere here. That means the length actually becomes too high. I mean, I'm just forcefully bringing it to the right direction, but if it goes, then to get to this the same a value, it has to go there and much, and then the box will be, box has to cross a long distance. Of course, angle also will start impacting, but the distance is playing a major role there, since we can see it from the time. Okay. All right. So anyway, if this value is given, you calculate for the other value. If this other value is given, not given, this when some variables are there in any equation, any function, some value always given, some value not given, then we will have to work on that. And sometimes just for critical reasoning, understanding the maths, you just think about, okay, if I change this value, what is the impact? If I change that value, what is the impact? And then which one is playing the role? Think about it. It should give us some decent understanding about the maths. Okay, some more maths are here for practicing. Determine which one is solution, which one is not a solution. Solution of an equation, always the idea is, we give always simple example. Of course, we always give a simple example. Suppose y equals to twice x plus 1. What is the solution of this equation? Suppose if I say 3 comma 2, is it a solution of this equation? This is the ordered pair. Is it a solution of this equation? Or if I say 1 comma 5, is it a solution of this equation? Or if I say 2 comma 5, is it a solution of this equation? 2 comma 3, is it a solution of this equation? What does it mean? It means that if we put this x value in the function, the y value, is it 2? That is the thing. So 3 into 2 equal to 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. That means this is not a solution. It is 2 written here, but answer should come 7. Solution means if you put the x value, y value should come. Okay. If I put here 1, answer comes 3. So this is also not a solution. If I put here 2, so 2 to the 4, 4 plus 1 equals to 5. So this is a solution, because now 5 matching. If I put 2 here, 2 into 2, this 2 plus 1 equals to 5. So this and this both match. If I put this value, this is the domain, then range comes. So this is the solution. Of course, this is not a solution. The basic idea remains same in all the maths. Even though we are discussing the trigonometry, this is a linear equation, but the concept is same. The idea is same. Idea is same. That's why it is those who are good in maths, you will see that when they go to use it, they are still good in maths, because the math do not change. Because they are understanding about this linear function or very simple thing, their understanding is too solid, and based on that understanding, everything, the entire building of knowledge, or say in this case calculus, pre-calculus, statistics, or any other rigorous math-oriented, math-related courses, they are designed. Okay, concept remains the same. This is the bottom line. So in this case, if I say that this is 45 degree, let's say I ask you a question, sine pi by 4, which is 45 degree, let's say sine phi, we know, no, look, now we know that sine pi by 4 equals to root 2 by 2, or 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, so root 2 by 2, root 2 by 2. We know that this is the answer, okay? So what we do is, do you know, this way these questions are made. We don't give you this theta, we just write that theta equals to this, theta equals to root 2 by 2. Then we ask you, okay, is this pi by 4 is a solution? Or sometimes we go for different angles, like pi by 4 is here, so what is this value? Or what is this value? We know that if this is a solution, this is also a solution for sine, because sine is positive in the first and second quadrant, same value. In other words, this is pi by 4 and this is pi minus pi by 4. That means 3 pi by 4. So 3 pi by 4 is also a solution, and pi by 4 is also a solution. You will get the same answer in both cases. So what happened here? That means if you, this is sine x, right? Sine x. That means instead of x value, if you put this angle, you get this answer. If you get this answer, then they are solution. Suppose if I ask you, okay, sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree means what? Pi by 3 equals to root 2 by 2. Is it correct? Answer is no. This is not correct. This is 60 degree. 60 degree means root 3 by 2. Sine 60 degree means root 3 by 2. So this is not correct. Then we will say that, oh no, pi by 3 is not a solution of this. Then we will say, okay, pi by 3 is not a solution of this, because we know that the answer will come different. If it is pi by 3, answer comes this. So if this is written root 3 by 2, then we will say, okay, for root 3 by 2, pi by 3 is a solution. Okay? In other words, pi by 3 fits in this function to give you root 3 by 2. Okay? This is like some food. This is like some food. Um, let's say beef. This is the some beef curry. So from where this beef curry came, there must be some beef. You give input, then beef curry can come. Of course, you then give some other things. That's why the number is different. Root 3 by 2. Mm. But to get mutton curry, this is mutton curry. So then you put something else, and that 5 by 4 you have to put mutton, some mutton. To get mutton curry, so you need some mutton. To get beef curry, you need some beef. We cannot get beef curry from the mutton. That will be a little bit crazy if you can make or if I can make. I think this is impossible unless we have some weird fragrance trick, like we make it the piece. I think people will understand it still. People will understand. Even I will also understand most probably if it is not too much exotic. Anyway, things are going to the food. So let's come back. The bottom line is, what is called a solution, what is not a solution? It depends on, you should check, if you put this angle in the question, do you get the answer? Do you get the solution or not? Okay, that's how we understand it. And you can, of course, you can match it with the concept with this mutton and this beef example. Okay, they must match. They must be synchronized. They must match. So in our first case, which one is the solution, which one? So we put the value 5 pi by 4. If you put here, then you get this root 2 by 2 answer. In your case, I think those who solve the math by using a calculator, this is even easier. You just put this value instead of theta, then this answer comes. If your calculator cannot show roots, then you can actually convert this right hand side also, this root thing. Then you will see that both of them is same value. When we have some squared things, okay. When we have some squared, this 2 sine square minus 1, 0, then we just have to do some solution to find out what value of theta this is matching. We'll have to try to find it out that way. What value of theta it is matching. Okay, so we'll have to find it out that way. We just do some calculation. This is done here also, but you can see already 2 sine square theta. We can just bring this one to the other side. Then sine square theta equals to 1 by 2. Then there is square here. So if I want to get it like sine, then it will become plus minus square root of 1 by 2. So you have plus 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. This is one answer. 1 by root 2 means root 2 by 2. Then minus 1 by root 2. So that is also another answer. So you will get the answer in many places. Here, 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 here. In every places you will get the answer, because positive here, sign, negative here, sign. That's why you have 4 answers. So in the quadrant, this is all positive. This is sign positive. Then this is tan positive. This is cos positive. This is called all should take candy. All should take candy. So all positive, sign, tan, and cos positive. And if you know the value in one quadrant, you should know the value of all other quadrants, because they just reflect. Okay, they just reflect. 0 sin 30 degree value is 1 by 2, then root 2 by 2. 45 degree, 30 degree value is 60 degree value is root 3. 45 degree value is root 2 by 2, 30 degree, 60 degree is root 3 by 2, and 90 degree value is 1. Then they will just rotate. This is for sine, and cosine is opposite. Cosine 0 degree value is 1, then 30 degree value is root 3 by 2, then 1 by root 2 or root 2 by 2, then 1 by 2, and then this is 0. So this one line you should know, then other things automatically will keep coming in your brain. Sometimes you say, sir, do you have to memorize? This is like better if you know this value, then you will be able to answer the question very fast, or else this takes unnecessary time. For the next method also you can see there is a square thing here. Yeah, the square thing here. So when you have sine and cos, both of the things, different thing, then what do we do? First of all, we convert all of them into same thing. This is cos given here, so it's better to sine square theta divided by sine square theta to convert it to 1 minus cos square theta. Then in terms of cos, our entire function is defined. Then we can just do some middle term factoring. Actually, a plus b whole square formula is also possible here if you wanted to. So not necessary that you will have to do the math this way. You can go to other direction also. You will get the same answer. You'll get the same answer. So only cos theta equals to minus 1 comes, and cos theta equals to minus 1 is at 180 degree, and the range is given. You see from 0 to 2 pi. That's why we are going there to find out the answer. Then it says that for finding B and C, next math. Oh, this is exact value. Okay, this is another question. So they said that find the exact value of sine pi by 12. So this is a plus b formula, a minus b formula, sine the addition, sum and difference formula. This is called. So first of all, this is pi by 12. So we break it down to 4 pi by 12 and 3 pi by 12. See, 4 minus 3 equal to again pi. This is 12, same. So 4 pi minus 3 pi equals to pi. We can write it this way. And why we are writing it this way? The reason is so that we can use the formula of sine A minus B, sine alpha minus beta, so that we can use the formula. And main reason is why we are doing the math this way. The main reason is sine pi by 12 value you do not know. I also do not know. We do not know sine pi by 12 value. Calculator knows it, but the question said find the exact value. Calculator will not give you the exact value. Calculator will give you some decimal value. Decimal value is not exact. This is exact value. Root 6 minus root 2 divided by 4, or root 2 by 4 minus root. This is exact value. So if we can convert it to some known value, so here it comes pi by 3, pi by 4. Pi by 3 means 60 degree, pi by 4 means 45 degrees. Now we know sine 45 degrees, sine 60 degree, or cos 45, cos 60. We know their value. We know their value, but we do not know pi by 12 equals to what. That's why we are converting it this way. We are doing this method. This is the motivation. Motivation comes from this word, exact value. This is important. You should write the answer this way, not in decimal if the word is exact. Then teacher can cut your marks if you give the answer in decimal. That means you do not understand what is the exact and what is decimal answer. Do you understand? If some value is root 2, that means you should write root 2 there. If you write 1.4, which 1.41, which is approximate value of root 2, that is the approximate value, not the exact value. Because root 2 is an irrational number, root 6 is an irrational number. Okay, so we do not have their exact value. You will never be able to write their exact value if you start writing it in decimal. Okay. So let's come back and let's talk about this. And this is exact value means you will have to write it in this way. And why we need to use this formula? Because sine pi by 12 value, or else we do not know. Three pi minus 2 pi. 3 pi minus 2 pi. So this is 3 pi minus 2 pi. 3 pi. So 3 divided by 4. 2 pi. 2 divided by 2 pi. So 2 divided by 12. 6 pi by 6. Yeah, I think this math we can solve by using 3 pi and 2 pi also instead of 4 and 3. So there is another way to do this math. Answer will be same. Instead of 4 and 3, it will be 3 and 2 also possible, because then also you get 1 here. Yeah, that's also possible. So for this number, this is sine alpha equals to this and cos beta equals to this. then you will have to find out this. So when these values are given, first task is to try to, this draw this and this. Then this is where this is 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. That means this value, this box is 3. This is 0. This is pi by 2. This is pi. This is 3 pi by 2. You understand? This pi by 2 means 90 degree. This is 180 degree. This is 270 degrees. Okay, so they said that 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, that means this box, and this is minus 4 pi 3. So you can draw a triangle. So this must be 5, this must be minus 4, and this will be 3 then, because 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. This is theta, this is 90 degree. So you see, math is easy if you know. You will not have to do the calculation of all this detail. You can just write that by using Pythagorean triplet. We know this side is 3. Then we will understand that, okay, you know the fact. This one also, so once you know this is 5, this is minus 4, this is 3, then you can find your sine, cos, tan, whatever you want. Once you know this triangle, then by using the ratio of sides, you can actually find out whatever you want. This one is also similar. This part, this is cos beta equals to this. This is pi by 2 and pi. So this must be somewhere. This is pi by 2 and pi. So this must be here. And draw this angle here, 90 degrees. So this must be 90 degree, although it do not looks like that. This is theta. This is beta actually in this case. So this is minus 12 by 13. So this must be minus 12. This must be 13. So 12, 13, and the other value must be 5. Pythagorean triplet. This one is also Pythagorean triplet. 5, 12, 13. 5 square plus 12 square equal to 13 square. Okay, this is also Pythagorean triplet. Then you find out alpha, beta, gamma equals to what? Not gamma, alpha, beta equals to what of the different angles, like this one. Then sine alpha, cos beta. From this figure you will get this. From this figure you will get this. And then you can just use this formula sheet to find out sine alpha plus beta equals to what, and alpha minus beta equals to what. Actually, you can solve all of them. Once you know this value and this value, you can solve all of them. They are just pretty much doing the calculation then. Analysis, critical reasoning is here. Analysis is here. Okay. Other things are calculation. Sometimes people struggle with the calculation. This is crazy. You should not struggle with the calculation. Calculation is easy. Understanding is, of course, sometimes hard. Understanding is sometimes hard. If you struggle with the understanding, then it's understandable. Then it's acceptable. But if you struggle with the calculation, then that means nobody can help you now unless you help yourself. And the only way to help yourself is sit on the table and keep working. Keep working means marathon working unit. You need a huge amount of time to invest on you then. If your problem is in the calculation, that means you are struggling in the very basic thing. Do you understand? This is the clue, by the way. I know you will not like it. You will like, why? Why I will have to do that? Because you have lackings, so you have to do that. If you have lackings, you have to do that. Everyone do not start their life run from the same starting point. Some people starts running from far behind, so they have to do hard work. They have to do hard work to come to the same line. Do you understand? So you know yourself. I'm talking about if anybody is weak, you know yourself. Do you understand? You know yourself. So do not, just think like, oh my God, they are not working that much, so maybe I also can do this and that. I also can. No, they are different. They are different. Maybe at some point of their life they actually have done some hard work and then they develop their understanding. Now this is your turn. Now this is your time. Also, people have different, different set of skills and different set of expertise. Some people understand quickly. Some people take some time, and there is a drawbacks also. Those who understand those who are a little bit. Let me tell you a good news for you all. If you are weak in calculations or if you understand little less, let me tell you one thing. A good news for you all. You know what? Oh my God. If anybody understand maths and this and that very quickly, most of the time they loses their interest very fast. You understand what I mean? They have to force themselves to keep their interest intact, because they understand too fast. They're like, oh, I know it. Okay, I know it. Now I'll watch TV. You know, they all of a sudden they jump to the next part. So they also have some, drawbacks, and then they have to push themselves like to stick to that topic. This is a struggle. This is a struggle. Anyway, coming back to the point. So first question is, here we will have to use the double angle formula. Sine 2 theta cos theta equals to sine 2 theta. This is the formula, and this formula sheet is coming from double angle. This math also you have seen. This is just like we are just recapping it kind of. 1 by 62, 1 by 16 v naught square sine theta cos theta. Look, every sentence has some motivation. Why we are writing it like this? Why 2 sine theta cos theta here? Why we are writing it here? Why? The reason is we want to use that formula. The reason is we want to use that formula. That is the reason. That is the reason we want to use this formula. And why all of a sudden we want to use this formula? Oh my God, there are a lot of formula. You may think, oh my God, there are a lot of formula. You give sometimes in a formula sheet and like tons and tons of formula. Why all of a sudden this one? The reason is, see in the question, they have written sine 2 theta. And there is a clue here, sine theta cos theta. So if you write a 2 here, then you can go there. From here to here, how can you go? This is a little small, right? From here to here, how can you go? From here to here, or here to here, how can you come? Then if you write here 2 here, then you can write sine 2 theta. Actual motivation comes from the question. Question is asking me this, so I have to answer. I have to go to that way. Some people struggle with like to understand which formula to use. The clue always is in the question. Okay, always in the question. So the first part is you just use sine 2 theta, then you get just only this to this, and the other part is actually easy in this case. Like theta value is given, phi naught value is given, you have to do the calculation. Okay, the calculation is shown here a little bit. So first one math is 16 and angle is 60 given, so try to find out the answer. The other value is, for other value, v naught is square, v naught value is 8, then is square, then sine 2 this and that, then you just do the math. Okay. All right. And this math is this one again. So first of all we have to match. See here also, we are writing so many things. Why we are writing this? The reason is they said us to simplify. Okay, so the main rule for the simplification is, if you see cosec, sec, tan, cot, if you see this, convert everything to sine and cos. Convert everything to sine and cos. Then you will get some clue where to go, which direction to go, what to do. This is the main rule for simplification in trigonometric function. Convert everything to sine and cos. In exceptional case, sometimes you will automatically see the formula. Suppose if you make it cot to tan, then maybe there is a tan cancel out possible. If in some extreme cases this is also possible. So we do the simplification and then we get what they want us to prove. Show the identity. Show the equivalent identity. Actually, it means actually they are asking you to this equivalence of the identity. This question is actually, we can say that show a simplified version of the identity. Show this question, actually we can rewrite it, because now what we will show, there is no indication. Is show a simplified version of the identity of the above identity. Okay, okay, or other words, in our other words, we can directly write it. Other way to write this question is, oh my god, other way to write this question is, show that it equals to this. That means this it equals to this. This is also possible to write. So this way also you can write for this question. Let's make the color automatic. Okay, now the question makes more sense. Then B and C is actually easy, like 2 and for 30, like what to do. For maximum, cos theta maximum value is what? This and that. So cos 0 degree is maximum value, so 2a square is the maximum value, because cos 0 degree equal to 1. That is the reason why it is 0 degree. Okay. So, and actually you can see it. Suppose here a equal to 2. For 30 degree, what it came? For 30 degree, it came 2 to 4, so 4 square. So 2 to 4, 4 square. 16 will come for 30 degree, for 0 degree, if a equal to 2. Here it came 12, but if theta equal to 0 degree, then it will come 16. That means it is a little bit higher. That means it is a little bit maximum. Okay, so this way we can actually get them. This is this is the matrix related maths, and then like this one is make to matrix first, then do some multiplication, manipulation, and then do some calculation. This way is better. A, B, then multiply A and B equals to what? What is the amount of Jamal, and in this case, what is the other guy named Stephanie? So Stephanie, their amount is what? Then C into A plus B equals to what? Then interpret it. This is their total amount of money. Then cryptography related maths. Oh, here A inverse value is directly given here without the simplified version. The reason is actually some people uses different methods to find out the inverse. Row operation is possible to find out the inverse, and there is like other long method, adjugate finding, transpose, using transpose, adjugate matrix of minor. There is another rule to find out inverse, but matrix row operation is the best. Then we multiply k inverse 1 into e equals to what? Suppose why we do this multiplication, because it's given here. Then we write their equivalent alphabet, and we get holes fire in this case. Next math comes from the box plot. So in the box plot, like similar questions that we had in our previous setting also. What is the median? What is the range? What is the test one? This value. These values they represent actually so many things. This is your lowest value represent. This is your highest value represent. This is the median represent. Median is here. Sorry, not me, someone else. I did not do that. Really? Oh my god, you people do not believe me. Sad. This is our quartile 1, Q1. This is quartile 3, and median is our quartile 2. See, this is quartile, not quarter. Quartile, okay? This is first quartile, second quartile, and third quartile. So this value is 16, and this value is, let's say, for this figure, this value is 9. So if they say that, what is the interquartile range? Interquartile range. So you have to find out 16 minus 9 equals to what? 16 minus 9 equals to what? For the test 1. For the test 2, it will be 16 minus 6. That means 10. You understand? This way, that way. Whatever the question is, we can find it out. If they say that what is the range, not interquartile, nothing. If they say that for test 2, what is the range, then it will be minus 21 minus 3. That means highest to lowest. If they don't say anything, that means highest to lowest. If they say that interquartile, that means now quartile 3, quartile 1. Okay. Everything depends on the question. What is your question asking? It will depend on that. Okay, question. Median, and which test is better? Of course, test 2 is better because most of the people have done better here. Because from 9 to, this is 25, this is 25, and this is 25%. That means 75% of the student is scored 9 or more in the test 2. But here, exact 75% for goes to get that 75%, you have to go to score 6. That means this, in the test 1, they haven't done so well. This is bar diagram, stem and leaf, stem, leaf, and pie diagram, etc. etc. Some informations are given, like how do we find out this and that. Sometimes like extract the data, sometimes like find the mode or median, this and that. Suppose romance is how much? Romance is 6%. 6 people here in this case. People like the romance movie. Okay. I kind of like action movie though. Anyway, I think this is partially they give. Most people should like the action movie, you know, or comedy. Oh my god, I like comedy movie. Comedy movie should go to 10. Then romance can stay somewhere between. No problem. I have no enmity with that group of people, but comedy should go up until 10 or maybe 100. 100 people likes comedy and just only 6 people like the romance, or 5 people like the action. Then I have, then that's more reasonable. Let's see if maybe in the final exam paper I can just make it, you know, give a comedy a big bar for them. Since I can make the question paper, so I can get some partial, right? I can, you know, make this bar too high because I like comedy movie. Oh my god, people will be like, yeah, this is not making sense then. Anyway, or maybe for fun we can do that. So this one is like how many percentage of this and that working happening. Like vegetable is, if total is 800%, then vegetable this is what, this is meat. Meat is how many, what is the amount of meat out of 800 grams. So you can solve this math by using unitary method or by using the percentage also. Okay, both methods works. Oh, this, yeah, so you have the solution here. Oh my god, I'm just doing a very risky business here. Like, I'm recording it, hopefully it does not happen. The charge is too low in my laptop, and all of a sudden, if the computer crash, then I will lose the whole recording and I will have to start over. Now you can say, sir, why you cannot charge it? Because if I charge it, then computer gets, you know, overheat, and then the laptop gets overheat, and then it automatically crashes. The reason is there are so many softwares running. This is MS Word, 2 files, then Zoom, then a recorder, external recorder, internal another recorder here, which is recording the video. So many software is running in the background now, and all of them are in 100% mode. Anyway, let's talk about it a bit. Hopefully you got it right. Yeah, this is like how to find out the percentage. Like if I say If total is 800, 14% is how much? Just you multiply it by 14 and divide it by 100. That's simple. That's simple. Or you can do it by using unitary method. 100 equals to 800, then 14 equals to what? Yeah. 100 equals to 800, then 29 equals to what? Very simple. Extract the data, you can extract it. If they ask you to find out the mode, then maybe 68, 72 in this case, yeah. Standard deviation, for example, the standard deviation and standard deviation. This one also you have seen very recently also for our last quiz. For standard deviation, we use the xi minus x mean divided by n minus 1 for sample, and for population just only n. So this is the mean, and we subtract mean from all the data, then we square it, then divide it by n minus 1, then we get the variance. To get the standard deviation, we take the square root of variance, then we get the standard deviation. Okay, and if the value of standard deviation is small, then data is less scattered. If the value of standard deviation is more, then the data is more scattered. And why we have to take this again better, and why we have to take the square root? Because the variance is little bit misleading. I said that the explanation is why, because the square makes it little bit crazy. Of course, the square helps us to get rid of the minus sign, but it actually makes things little crazy. Suppose, as I said, example is, if it is a length, then actually if I square it, then it becomes area. It becomes area, but variance is not area. Variance is just a measure of spread, so it goes misleading. So if we then again square root it, which gives us a standard deviation, this is now not misleading. Okay, now the data is actually matching length. There is no square there. So this way it happens, and that's all. That's all for our today's revision series, revision recording. And hopefully, most probably, this is the last recording for our this semester, and hopefully, because we will continue our next two classes based on this, we will be reviewing these maths and related maths also. If anybody interested, we can discuss, no problem. Okay. So that's all for this recording, and thank you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for so much active, productive, proactive, and so much cooperative during the class. Uh, this was really a wonderful semester so far. Yeah, this was really great. So thank you all. Thank you very much once again, and thank you very much for all of your hard work and your cooperation in all these things. Okay, keep working hard and win your dreams. In the future, become someone big. And be happy. Most importantly, be happy. So thank you all. Have a good day and happy math practice. Bye bye.